The next tab, tab 3, is the Suntrust Park update. We have 2 items. Mr. County Manager.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Board. Before I get into my update, I've got a number of people I want to introduce. And firstly, I want to introduce Glenn Jardine of Erie and John Palm of Erie, and who is the county's project manager. And I've asked them to stand with me because they had to make a recommendation. But I also have another team with me. I have Mike Hall from JLL, Rob Taylor from AB. We've got Julie Livingston from my county attorney's office. I got Steve McCullers that worked with me in reviewing everything that crossed my desk, along with Judy Jones. And I couldn't do what I'm doing. I trust them to tell me what to put my signature on. So thank you for that as well. So I want you to let you know they're here because we will be making some statements and recommendations in here, and by them being here, you know that they actually made those. But we'll go ahead and start there. We've got, and this is part of the update, 200 workers on site each day, 375 million in construction contracts awarded, 68% awarded to Cobb County firms, with 56 million in construction put in place on the ground today on this site. And this last bullet, no lost time due to injury, and an excellent safety record for AB and the team on site. So we want to very, very fortunate there. This will just show some slides of the site. We will show those periodically because we're at a point now you will see the site changing almost monthly because we're going vertical. This is west from Circle 75. The next one is going to be southwest from Windy Ridge. So the next one is going to be southeast from Windy Ridge. And the next one is northeast from Circle 75. And the main thing, the next one, we're going to go into to go back in a little history on how we got where we are today and how we got to what the action that I'm going to ask the board to take action on is part of this as well. But in May 2014, the BOC approved the development agreement with the Braves and a construction management agreement with American Builders. Collectively, these agreements established a stadium project budget of $672 million, and it also mandated board approval of final GMP, which we're here tonight for to present that final GMP. This is a definition of the GMP and what it stands for in the guaranteed maximum price. Under this construction management agreement, American Builders, based on architectural, prepared construction documents, submitted a total construction price, examples, supervisor labor, subcontracts, equipment, etc., build Suntrust Park. The GMP established is subject to change and set forth in the stadium construction management agreement that was previously signed by the county. This is Exhibit C. This out of the development agreement, which we highlighted the construction dollars that we're looking at here, which we'll see in the next slide of $482 million. You note at the footnote there, we're talking about that dollar tonight. The FGMP is one of the costs that make up the stadium project budget construction costs. Following execution of this GMP amendment, BCC may authorize additions or modifications to the approved GMP, and the cost of any such BCC additions or modifications shall be the sole funding responsibility of the Braves party, and as any project cost that exceeds the county cap contribution of $300 million. Next one. The FGMP pro offered here for is $462,202,065. We note the FGMP falls within the projected budget of $482 million, providing an adequate budget for the balance of the work not associated with the ballpark construction footprint. The FGMP does not include related site improvements associated with the ballpark, but including but not limited to site utilities and associated landscaping. This overview complies with development agreement with the Braves and the construction management agreement with American Builders, developed with proper due diligence. Reviewed and vetted by the architects, BCC, JL, and AB. Reviewed by the county owner's representative here international who's standing here with me for conformance with all applicable contracts and agreements. BCC and Jones Langs LaSalle, JLL, BCC Program Manager, have reviewed the FGMP amendments and recommended approval. Here International, the county's project manager, after careful review and consultation with all parties, have recommended to the county representative that the county approve the FGMP. My recommendation to you, Mr. Chairman, and the board, is the BOC adopt the resolution approving the FGMP as required by agreement with BCC, and the BOC authorize the chairman and or the county representative to execute all necessary documents, including the GMP amendment.
Thank you. Just for the record, we're going to note that there were two agenda items that were presented simultaneously. Agenda 1 was the update on the Suntrust. The second was to present the final guaranteed maximum price. Commissioners, you've been provided under separate cover the resolution that is a part of this item. Is in addition to that, the Exhibit A, which is a GMP amendment to the Stadium Construction Management Agreement between Cobb County and American Builders 2017. You also have with you a letter from Mike Plant, Executive Vice President of Business Operation, forwarding their recommendation for approval, which forwards as an attachment the recommendation of JLL and their recommendation for approval of the cost. In addition to that, you have with you Heary's recommendation of the final GMP review for the Atlanta Braves Stadium project as well. And as we've noted before, this is a milestone. This is a big milestone in the project in as much as it identifies the specific price in which the joint venture will be delivering the bolts, well, I guess the basics of the Suntrust Park to the Atlanta Braves. And this is a guaranteed maximum price that they've agreed, along with all the parties, to deliver that agreed to design and construction. It's noted, as you noted, Mr. County Manager, that the cost, our contribution has always been fixed at $300 million. Our portion goes towards this guaranteed maximum price, part of the sticks and mortars and bricks and things associated with the core construction of the park. It is not the entire cost of the stadium nor the entire cost of the project. Those are numbers that go on, but as far as we're concerned, our costs are capped at $300 million. They're going to go towards this cost of building this fundamental structure of the facility, and any additional costs that may occur are the full responsibility of the other organizations as agreed to by those particular groups. So it is with my distinct pleasure that I bring forward to the Board of Commissioners the recommendation to adopt the resolution approving the final guaranteed maximum price for the development and construction of the joint Atlanta Braves Cobb County Coliseum project to be known as Suntrust Park, and to authorize the chairman and or the county representative to execute all necessary documents related to the approval of the FGMP, including but not limited to the resolution and GMP amendment. That is my motion to bring forward. Is there a second? There's a second by Commissioner, all four commissioners. Any questions or comments? Call a question. Motion carries 5-0. Gentlemen, we thank you very much for your help in getting us to this point. Staff, Julie, all those involved, we appreciate it. Let's go play ball.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that takes us to tab 4.